I think about the different times that we see fire in the Bible, starting from Moses going by the burning bush and not being afraid that he will be consumed. We know our God is a consuming fire. And I remember T.Y. Bellow's words, who are we to call for fire and not be consumed? I add, who are we to call for fire and not be afraid and not be scared? And then we take it down to one that is very popular with Elijah calling for God to send down fire, and even going as far as pouring water on the wood so that it shows that it's wet. It would take real fire to get this burning and going. And then you go down to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and the fourth man in the fire, and you just realize that the fourth man, of course, is Jesus, or a depiction of Jesus. And you take it down to the New Testament, where we have them in the upper room on the day of Pentecost, and the tongues like fire over their heads. That's how I feel like we are in the spiritual realm. I feel like we're walking and there's fire over our heads. Sometimes the fire is burning, blazing. It's ablaze, and the spiritual realm, they're saying this one is hot for us, hot for God. And sometimes maybe not as burning ablaze, but it takes somebody else, almost like a candle coming to another candle and just passing on their fire so that they do not go out, or they're not snuffed out. And then you remember that Jesus said to the church that he wants us to be hot so that he doesn't spit us out if we're lukewarm. This week, be like God. Let your fire be ablaze, burn bright, don't let it dim. Let that altar be constantly ablaze for God this week. Have a wonderful week, everyone.